First of all, thank you for joining with us. Um, and first of all, congratulations on the FC Goa qualifying for the semi-final of the Super Cup. But since then, everything seems to be have stalled. When you were preparing for the Super Cup, there was a sense that the ISL would resume soon.
Mhm.
Yet now the league is at a complete standstill. How serious is the situation is in reality?
First of all, namaskaram, and thanks for having me on the show. Also, thank you for congratulating me and FC Goa for qualifying for the semis in the Super Cup. The situation right now, it's serious, of course. It's not every now and then you see clubs again shutting down operations, and you feel bad for them. If I'll talk especially about Kerala Blasters, I know the owners and I know the people running the club. And I read the statement the other day that again they had to pause their operations. Same for Odisha, and I think a lot of clubs are following in that footsteps. It just shows how serious it is and how sad it is for Indian football. But we are in this situation, and the only thing we can do is just hope for a quick resolution. And that's what I said in the video I posted on my Instagram yesterday as well. That we need a quick resolution, we need a quick action. And the only silver lining, or the only good thing out of this is that I know the AFF wants the league to happen as soon as possible. I know the bidders are also willing to invest so the league can start. For sure, the judiciary of India also wants the league to commence. It's just now a matter of few things to sort out here and there, and I hope it's done quickly so that at least we have a certain date that when the league will start. Because I don't know anywhere in the world else something like this happening. So it is what it is, and we just have to be united and kind of come out of it as soon as possible.
Yes, of course. This morning we saw several players post public appeals to those running Indian football and argue them to find a resolution. It will like a coordinated campaign. So, what's next for the players and for Indian football as a whole?
What we did today, we had a chat among the players, the captains of the ISL, and just in general, we could sense that players were feeling worried, quite rightly so. And it was one of them that we had to raise our voice because we are, in a way, the ones who are directly getting affected by it. Because if you go purely on words, I would say, this is our bread and butter. If the league stops, I don't have, salary tomorrow, and our livelihood depends because this is our job. Like, for example, if I'll tell you tomorrow, God forbid, your news channel is getting shut down or your office is getting shut down, you're kind of jobless. So there is a sense of fear among the players, and so we had to raise our voice together and put our opinion there so that the people who are making the decisions can hear it, can see it. And that's what we did our bit, and now we're just hoping for the best.
How has this situation affected you personally, Sandesh?
Like any other person who has a job in your field as well, if you're an engineer, if you are working in IT or call center, wherever, if your job is in doubt, you get worried because you have families, you have, bills to pay, you gotta keep a roof over the heads of your family, you gotta put food on the table. And if your job is in jeopardy, of course, it's gonna scare you. And we footballers, we don't have many avenues. It's not that, okay, if today football kind of, gets shut down or, the league gets stalled for way too long, it's not that tomorrow I can go and apply in Infosys and say, okay, give me a job, you know. So in that sense, of course, the fear was there and is still there, but it varies from person to person. In my case, I'm a person who believes a lot in putting in his work and not focusing too much on the things which I can't control. That's how I keep myself sane. When all this thing started, I knew I didn't have much of a say in it. Of course, we can raise our voice, we can show our concern, but at the end of the day, the people up there will take the decisions. So, what would keep me motivated every day to go and work was just stay disciplined, keep doing my best to improve as a human and as an athlete. And I kept putting in the shift, and that's how I kept myself sane. But in the back of the mind, we always have that fear, and it will stay with us as long as there's no clarity on the league.